Oh yeah, so like I was saying earlier to all those in the stream, see the chat down there at the bottom, MK11 is 6 years old. So we're getting to the point where you can start making videos about, this is what this character did in this game. So the first character we're doing, this is what this character did in this game, is about MK11 sub, right? Oh, let me bring up the frame. I'm gonna bring up the frame data so we can have a closer look. All right. If you ain't already clued up about sub, this character was the glue eater of the game. MK11 isn't a very offensive heavy game, like in terms of overhead lows, even like command grabs. A lot of characters had a command grab, but most of them weren't like, they're not like MK1 command grabs, so it's like your life is over for getting hit by one of them. So yeah, sub, I believe this character was the first character they designed to build everything else in the game off of. Not Scorpion, sub, right? So he has every form of offense in this game except for a command grab. So he's got a low, right? That's 13 frames, plus 16 on a hit, bunch of counter advantage, combos into everything. His ice ball in this game combos off of everything. Oh, oops. Yeah, his ice ball combos off of everything. So like his jab, this is a 1-2. If you're familiar with what an auto shimmy is, second hit of this comes out in 9 frames. So if they're teching and they get hit by this, boom. That's some hit advantage right there, plus 18. So his low is 13 frames. You can dash up and do the low, which is all well and good if you got a low. But if you've also got an overhead that's 19 frames, it becomes demonic. And this character is demonic. So yeah, auto shimmy, 50-50 there. As you can see in the top left, I got the Fisher Price variation. The reason this is because there's any baby can play this variation and make it work, because this is what you're doing. All right, see that? Overhead into launcher, or you can do low into meterless launcher. You see where this is going, yeah? But it gets more stupid than that. Right? So he's got a throw game. You notice how I said, like, if you try and tech his throw, you get hit by that and you get put into a 50-50. All right, that's some baseline stuff with him. But not only has he got all that, his throw game is some of the best throw game out of anybody. So the forward throw leaves you point blank, so you can just loop it. And the back throw has a crush and blow attack to it. So if they how do you so if you escape failed and then get thrown by his back throw, that's crush and blow. So you have to take the forward throw all game, and if you tech the forward throw and you start to go back, now you got a crush and blow there. Yeah, right? So you with me here, yeah? But this all, like, his crush and blow game is working in ways that, like, these are clearly the first ideas of the crush and blow system out of any characters in the game, and you'll see his ideas repeated in other characters. So sub has, let's take, like, he has a crush and blow where it's like perform X amount of hits in a combination. Oh, let me do a combination. Sick of these. Wait, wrong combination. I ain't so sick of these. Hold on. Yeah, see that? So his trigger, I think it's like 8 or 9 hits for him to do that. So 1, 2, 4, 8 hits, yeah. So when he does 8 hits, that triggers a crush and blow. So he's got a crush and blow, do X amount of hits. He's also got slide once, slide twice, and then on the third slide, he can do a crush and blow off that as well. So combine all of these things together, you got yourself a true nightmare character in round 2 or 3. I say round 2 or 3 because you spend the first 2 rounds landing hits, which is not even hard because this is, there are legends, right, that this is reactable, like Sonic Fox and Dizzy TT saying, oh, we all can react to that.
Touch grass, you fuck.
Neither of them can react to that. I can prove they're reacting to that. And then Sonic was like, no, I was playing footsies, whatever. Forward 2's hitting, mate. Forward 2's hitting. Alright, so yeah, you can, like, find any way into the slide to load up your crush and blow, and in the third round you could basically just destroy your enemy because all 3 of your crush and blows equals basically their whole life bar. So you got, if you can do a combo, that is. Maybe doing like 32 there, 34 there. It should be like 30. All right, so yeah, you're basically done after that. And the thing is, you still, if you've got that crushing blow throw on you backwards, you have to give them this. And when you give them that, it means you also give them this. So all of his crushing blows loop into each other or cycle around each other. So yeah, character's just straight up nasty. He's got a few other nice things about him. Like his downfall is really good. You can't frame trap with back 3, but you can frame trap with back 1, which they can duck. But then the mind game becomes like, do that and they backdash your back 3, but if they're backdashing, that hits, and if they're standing still, they're going to be in place for your back 3 to connect. But if they're going to be in place for your back 3 to connect, now your overhead's going to connect. It's all a very simple guerrilla style game plan of him. Let's see, what else we got? So yeah, let's have a look at this other move. He has this move here, Creeping Ice. This basically lets you make your mix-up off the overhead safe and give you a small amount of damage. So if you look, so you can basically condition them for 14% at a time, right? Just to stand up so that you can collect your low. I don't think that was the best way to play him, honestly, because forward 2 by itself is safe. On hit, it's -3, which is kind of whatever. And on block, it's -6, but you're not actually getting punished for that. So it's not too bad. Yeah, so like the Fisher Price variation that you'll see all the tournament players mostly use is Preaching Ice, the EX Ice Ball. The EX Ice Ball would chew up their projectiles. Let me show you. So you see how he does. I need more space. See how he does an ice ball? My ice ball just goes straight through it if I EX it. Right, it eats everything and catches a freeze. Then you can just jump in and do whatever you want from there. So that's why they take that. They take it as like they're predicting you're going to throw something, and then you can do that. The other variant, though, the other variant of sub, which is the one you'll see me playing, is called Ice Axe, Ice Wall, and Rising Ice, right? This one's more about making your crush and blows work, right? So obviously they can blow through your projectiles with EX Ice Ball, but you can actually use the Ice Ball in a similar sort of way. I don't know if the practice mode in this game has it or reversal actually. It does. All right, sweet. So if I do, okay, and then all right, hold on. Do an ice ball. Okay, right. So now I should reverse this. Yes. All right. No, not playback. Reversal. He ain't doing it. All right, well, whatever. Basically, you throw the wall. Further away it is, it's more plus. Yeah. So you created a mind game here. You throw the wall, do an ice ball. Because that ice ball is effectively coming out faster, they block the wall. Most characters, if they throw something back at him, will lose the trade straight up to the ice ball. So now you got yourself a pseudo EX ice ball scenario. And if they're scared of losing the trade, now you just keep doing this because it's a mid. They can't duck it, right? It's not like an ice ball where you just duck it. And eventually they're going to have to do something. So they'll either throw something back, jump. You'll have to, you know, pay attention. Sub also had, yeah, speaking of jump, he also had a really good anti-air, actually. Some players will tell you he's terrible at everything, but I truly believe this anti-air here was one of the best anti-airs. Down to is a really good anti-air. Easy to convert off of everything as well, because his back two will give you a free ice ball. So you can load your crushing blows or choose where you want to put them after that. Boom. Any reason to ever use avalanche? What, the ice trap? Now the ice trap was actually terrible. Yeah, that move was bad. Yeah, this anti-air is serious though. All right, back to what I was saying about this variation making your crush and blows work. Where is it? So in the corner. Sub does a lot of damage anyway. But in the corner, this variation really does some damage. Alright, so you got half-life off that. If you have crush and blow, you got that there. Then obviously, let me say you got all your crush and blows loaded. Alright, now they're in a guess again. That's plus enough to get all of your options. This is also plus enough to get all of your options. And if you've been in my stream, you've seen me do this to people like many times. It's an evil. This character is a glue eater. He's a glue eater. Anyone that was coming up against Sub-Zero will understand what I'm saying. You'll fight random Sub-Zero 69 in Combat League, and they're sliding. Oh yeah, the slide in this game's extra stupid as well. 11 frames. Unreactable. So like you're walking somewhere, boom, slide. Now it's in your face, doing 50-50s and throw loops and all that. So yeah, have a good time playing against this character. The thing with Rising Ice is it turns everything he's doing into damage. Like say if I do the mid-screen version, like that's more than he's getting otherwise, and then it all just loops back into itself. Even the overhead. And the thing about the overhead in this game, right? It's not like well, it's sort of like having a good overhead in MK1, but having a good overhead in this game is even more invaluable. The most common defense that top level players will use is this, right? Micro ducking. So they let go of block for a frame, block again. And what this does is, I'll record a situation to show you. What this does is it will make you get underneath their throw. So it will get you underneath their throw, and you're still essentially blocking at the same time for a very short window. You're not blocking. Yeah, see, right, you'll get underneath the throw, right? But the hard counter to that, which basically there's like 3 characters in this game that have a hard counter to that. There's Sub-Zero, Shiva, and Terminator. They're the only ones I can really think of that like hard counter it, and that's because they got overhead. The only other way people were beating Micro Duck is, well, not the only other way, but they'll do like down one, delay grab to catch them blocking again, or they do like down one, delay the mid, try and catch them on the frames when they're not blocking. But that basically requires you to be a scientist. Like really understand your opponent on the frame that they're trying to unblock. Whereas you pick Sub-Zero, you can just be an idiot. Forward 2, who cares? The thing with this is like, who actually cares if you get this blocked? No one cares if this gets blocked. It's at the end of the game, it's just data. Like someone blocked my forward 2 into Rising Ice. It's like, okay, you will sit still here, which is a very important thing. If you've got something that actually puts the fear in people to make them sit still, that's a major advantage in this game because people will not sit still. So yeah, it opens up that. It opens up the throw game as well. Like I said, all of his offense loops around itself. They're stand blocking, now they're accepting the throw loop. If they're accepting the throw loop, now they're going to be available to setting up crushing blows. If they're not accepting the throws by micro ducking, they're eating the overhead, and if they're eating the overhead, they're open to the low and the throw. So it's all looping back into itself. Absolutely demonic character. And his damage is just ridiculous. You can get more like that. Oh, his fatal blow scaling. Yeah, his fatal blow, like his signature move. This is like, oh yeah, I need to be player on it. His signature move, forward 2 fatal blow. You're eating some damage for that. Alright, so first off, this by itself, forward 2 in the fatal blow, 37%. If you've got like an actual conversion into it, you can do a lot as well. Maybe player 2 now. Yeah, this character's ultra brain dead. Can't even remember this is optimal, but it's still gonna do like 50 or something. Yeah, so his damage is just insanity. I think he can also do stuff like that mid-screen. Oh yeah, you can get crushing blows that go like that mid-screen. You can do... Yeah, this character is a mad one. He's on a mad one. Nobody wants to play against this. And because the way breakaway works in this game, you can only break away in the air. He has restands, right? Well, he doesn't let you get into the air, and then he's doing his combos into unbreakable damage with fatal blows. So this is like 40. Or you could do cheeky stuff and like go for resets. This is where you could like, oh yeah, a reset here and then overhead, like steal a little bit more damage. So yeah, this character is 6 years old. Our community spent 6 years fighting this monstrosity. The only thing that's redeeming about that is Dimitri Vegas skin. But yeah, gives a shout out my other characters, innit? Because I've got an encyclopedia of knowledge about these.